There are so many reasons why you're inconsistent in Rainbow Six Siege, and in today's video, I'm going to share 15 of them with you. One game you go 10 kills and the next one you drop 0 kills. You might think it's because of matchmaking and how bad your teammates are, but that's not the case. It is all related to you. Siege is the hardest FPS game right now, and it's not all about aim and shooting. Actually, there are more things you have to consider and work on to be able to compete in high rank and against better players all the time. In today's video, I try my best to make you consistent in Siege. Before we get to the video, don't forget that I do coaching, and for scheduling a session, DM me on Discord from the description. Let's get to the video. First one is mindset. The most important thing in Siege before all the other things is your mindset. If you're tired from school or work or some other thing and you hop on to play Siege, you're not going to do well. However, you might be feeling really good and you start playing, but then you start tilting over teammates or some stupid thing in game. Again, you're going to play worse. In order to go positive in game, you need to have a positive mindset as well. If you're not feeling the game or you get tilted quickly, take a break, cool off, and then come back. These were two things related to mindset, but we also have been scared to play Siege. That's another type of mindset you want to avoid. Trust me, there are so many players worse than you, but they get more kills, and the main reason is because they are super confident. So as long as you're mentally ready for taking a gunfight, you have done 50% of the job. And the last type of negative mindset you want to avoid is giving up too early. You might be 0 kills for 3 rounds, but all you need is 1 round. You can get a 4K, ace, or clutch, and that can make you positive. So it makes no sense to stop trying when the game is not done yet. Moving on to second reason why you're inconsistent, I have to say maps. I see a lot of players who have good maps and bad maps. That shouldn't be a thing for you. I don't care if you're playing Outback or Skyscraper or Layer. You have to be still positive. I completely agree that some of these maps are not as good as, let's say, Chalet or Clubhouse, but it is what it is. You can't complain 24/7 and drop your KD because of it. You need strategies, and most importantly, you need them for attack, because you all know how to sit on corners and hold angles. But when it comes to taking map control and pushing defenders out, you just throw rounds. What I want you to do is only think about important areas close to site and start taking them. This way you have some control and then you can push site. Open up walls if you have to. If you're on Skyscraper, use your utility more to clear people out of corners. And if you have to, play shields to take control of staircases. Don't just open one window or breach and hold the angle for 1 minute. Get active. Third reason is related to last one, and that's operators. Choosing the correct operator for every map and side is also related to how consistent you're going to be. If you just stick to 1 or 2 operators all the time, you won't get much benefit from them. Sometimes you definitely need to switch to other operators to outplay your enemies on those specific maps. Like, I think you all know my favorite operator is Bug, and Bug is the best attacker in Siege. But I really can't play him all the time. Sometimes I have to switch to Grim or Ging or play shields or bring Lion to stop defenders from moving around all the time. So it really depends where I want to take, who I'm going against, and what's their playstyle. Constantly you need to switch around to counter your opponents in the best way possible. Reason number 4 is long breaks. Some of you can't play Siege constantly, which is totally understandable. Touching grass and living your life is far more important. However, if you want to also improve and get better at Siege and keep it like that, you gotta play and practice more, because then you get used to different angles and plays, and you can work on your mistakes, or you don't forget how you used to aim and move around. So long breaks are not good, but if you can't do anything about it, I suggest playing at least 3 minutes of free-for-all every day, so you can maintain your level and stay consistent. Moving on to number 5, you have your playstyle. Some of you are aggressive and some of you are passive players. What we have to make sure here is that you find the right pace against the enemies you're playing. Siege is a game that you have to adapt every round based on what operators are running, where they push, how fast they do it. So usually the first round is where you can figure that out, so don't just play the game and move on. Think. Even in 1 round, you might have to be aggressive in some situations and then slow it down. You know, it's back and forth depending on the situation. If you don't do this that I told you, you either get slam sitting on site forever, or you run into them and give away free kills when they are still chilling outside. Reason number 6 is caring too much about rank and KD. This mindset makes you play worse and worse because you always want to keep your KD and rank high, so you start playing differently instead of actually playing good Siege and helping your team. You bait more, you tilt and rage when you lose, and constantly get worse when you go 0 kills. So this is not a good mindset to have. Just focus on how you can help your team and win the round, and before you notice it, you're not only getting your KD up but also winning the game. By caring too much, you put all your focus on only one thing, and when it comes to some basic things, you make more mistakes. Reason number 7 is something that I used to face back when I was new to this game and was trying to hit diamond for the first time, and that's not vibing with the stack. I used to play with different people, and regardless of how they were playing, I liked some of them and couldn't match and vibe with some others. And that was affecting my gameplay. Something that is needed more than anything in a stack is that people who are keen with each other can have fun and communicate and vibe. At the end of the day, you're playing a video game, so what's the point if you're not having fun? Or you're playing with sweaty ass people who will get mad if they lose. What you should do is just stop playing with those people, even if you have to solo queue. At least then you don't have to worry about someone crying in your ears or playing with ego. Your mind is not busy thinking about them. You can start focusing on yourself and enjoy playing. Changing sense is number 8. We try so hard to find the perfect sensitivity, and some of you start changing it again because you think just because you did bad one game, surely it had something to do with your sense. So you change it and play worse. Trust me, there are so many things that got you killed, like crosshair placement or how you peek or the angles in the map. It's not always about your aim. It's correct that by changing your sense, you make your brain to adapt to the new one, so you start playing better, but I'm talking to those who do not have a sense problem and change it for no reason. Not warming up is number 9. I can confirm that the days I get into game without warming up, I'm cooked. Feels like my mind is just not in the right place. Not only I miss my shots, but it's also me not expecting any plays from the enemy, or start panicking for no reason. What I want you to do is put the time into warming up. Practice your tracking in shooting range, start flicking the butts, control your recoil to really get used to the gun pattern. After that, play a couple of free-for-alls and against actual players. Then you can see where you stand and how good you are. You think faster and fake faster. It's not only that, but you also warm up your movement and positioning, because you have to move around all the time. All of these really help you with getting ready for ranked game, because in free-for-all you're encountering more than 30 different gunfights, but in games like 1 or 2 every 3 minutes. So yeah, it makes a lot of difference. Running around too much is number 10. What I mean exactly is this bad habit that you start running to another cover without checking other angles and areas. And what happens is that you die from somewhere else. Sometimes because you're running, you're going to make sounds, so you give away your position, and that would be a free kill for enemy. Or because you're running, you're slow to ADS and prepare for a gunfight. So again, you give away 1 free kill. There are very few situations that you have to sprint, and that is if other sound cues are masking your sound. Or you want to run away from left side of the door to right side to dodge enemies' bullets. Instead, what I want you to do most of the times is to just walk, and when you hear sound close or you just reach to side, start ADSing and being ready for a gunfight. This way you allow yourself to think and don't rush anything, and you don't get caught off guard. Moving on to the next one, we have terrible quick peeks. Quick peeking is a skill you need to learn and improve it, because the better you do it, the more kills you get and also get away with it. Some of you expose yourself too much, or when it comes to picking the right angle, you pick a wall instead. It's not only that. A lot of times you run out of drones, for example, or there are no cams to give out info. You have to be able to move forward and get information with quick peeks without dying. Here are some examples.
Wait, I'm gonna open CC windows. I'm gonna open the window, careful. Open CC window.
Kate is not gone, bro.
The bottom plate is gone. You didn't catch. One guy catch. Hold in the holes.
Jump out, jump out.
Tunnel vision is number 12. This is a common issue among Siege players. You get lost on what's only in front of you or only one thing at a time. Your teammates start giving callouts, there are walls and doors open right next to you, or even your teammates die, but you notice nothing. This happens especially when you're new to the game, because there are so many things that you have to keep in mind and focus on. So it makes sense why you forget about some of them. What I want you to do is write down the important things in the round that you have to do and keep reading them before the round, so you kind of get used to them and don't get lost looking at one angle forever. How you should play is constantly looking around to find your teammates, reacting to call out, and getting info out of kill feeds on the top right. These are all free information for you. Dying to stupid shit is number 13. At the end of the day, we want to see why you went 0 kills one game and the other 10 kills. Well, sometimes it's because of some stupid stuff we died to, like spawn peaks, getting wall banged, or dying to runouts and unlucky pre-fires. Well, that still goes back to how you're playing the game. For example, a lot of you choose spawns and ways where you are exposed to a lot of windows and doorways. So yes, there's a high chance to get spawn peeked. You want to avoid that. Or for example, when it comes to runouts and flanks, why not just hold them or put 2 claymores or a drone there? It is obviously better if you're ready for these type of stupid plays than just going around and calling them unlucky. Bad crosshair placement is number 14. Just like quick peeking, this is also one of the main things about taking a gunfight and winning it. First of all, always have it head level, because some people ask, should I aim head level or crouch level? It's better to have it high, and in case they go crouch, start flicking. Then it's crucial to have it exactly on the angles you want to peek. So your crosshair and quick peeking should be both good together. Another thing you have to keep in mind is that have it ready before you actually come out of the cover and peek or swing. This way you are faster and more prepared to win the gunfight. Here are some examples.
One guy, Jenter holding your jump in as well. Angle as well. Good singer, Jenter. Good singer, Jenter. Teammates is close on the bridge. One guy inside, middle side, down, dead. One Jenter close left. Jenter. Left, close.
One friendly
Close left.
operator
Close,
remaining.
hard left.
He's right, warden.
No!
Eliminated all friendly.
Nice, man.
Fuck!
Fuck.
And last one is staying far from the action. Whether you're on attack or defense, you don't want to stay back and do nothing. We have been passive and we have something that is really bad, and that's playing super passive. Basically, you're AFK just holding one angle and wanting to get pinched from everywhere, or running out of time to get the bomb down. What I want you to do is stay close to the action, where your enemies are. You either force them out of their position or take gunfights. There is no wasting time. Or you stay close to your teammates and start refragging them. Sometimes you see all the walls are breached on site, hatches are getting opened, and they're about to cut you off from all directions. That's when you have to come up with a play and do something, otherwise you're going to die. So start flanking, play aggressive maybe, and make something happen. A lot of you need to work on this so you can boost your KD and win more rounds.
If it is. Hold the back, nice. He's your patch.
I'm upstairs.
Come up.
Just shoot. Let's go.
And that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to join my Discord server from the description. And until the next one, stay safe.